What's up, guys? So today we're going to go ahead and review the trades that we took this week for our 90-day discipline challenge, right? It's a trading discipline challenge that we're doing. We started in November and did December. We're currently in January, and the last month will be February. So for my English community, I gave you guys a trading plan. I gave you trading rules, and I've so far haven't really gave you a detailed of the strategies, right? So the strategies I have given the strategy to the Spanish community. I gave them a strategy for the first month and a strategy for the second month. Okay. I haven't really gone into too much detail for the strategy with you guys. So that's what I'm going to do for this video today. Okay. We're going to go over the trades that we took this week, and I'm going to be introducing both strategies that we have so far. Next week, well, after next week, we're going to be in the third month, so I'll be releasing a third strategy for you guys to include in your trading plan. So we're going to go ahead and flip the screen into trading view. Okay. And this is the first trade that we took this week, which was on Tuesday. I did not trade on Monday because of the calendar, the economic calendar that we had. We had pretty much not a lot of news volatility on Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, that's where all the red carpets and orange carpets were. So I had a prediction that Monday and Tuesday we were going to consolidate. That's why on Monday I did not trade at all. And then on Tuesday, that's when I took a trade until the PM session of New York. So this is the trade that we took. I'm going to go ahead and show you the Telegram, right? This is a pullback effect English community or Telegram community. And this is where I send you guys the trades that I take for this 90-day trading challenge. I've given you guys the signals for free, no cost at all. And I've also given you the trading plan and the trading rules inside of this same Telegram. I have not gone through the strategy too much in detail, so that's why, like I said, I'm doing that today. But you guys can see here, this is the trade that I took on Tuesday. Okay, so the trade was taken at 12:37 my time, which is 1 hour before New York time. And I say this because New York time, that's the time that I have my charts on. So for 12:37, that would be 1:37 New York time. So the trade was, I took this trade with the COD strategy. Okay, and this is my personal strategy that I have made out for, or giving you guys, I gave you my really personal strategy. Like, this is my baby. This is where I mostly try, what I mostly try to find in the markets or look for in the markets to actually take my trades. So the way that this strategy works is that we have to wait for either a low or a high to be taken out. Now, if you look at the Telegram for the trading plan or the the trading rules say that we must only start looking for a trade inside of the PM session from 1:30 until 3:30. So 3:30 would be right there. Okay. So once price action crosses this line right here, that's when we start looking for trades. And the trade for this specific trade strategy is that we have to first wait for either a high or a low to be taken out. Now, the wonderful thing about this strategy is that you don't really need bias, right? You do not need daily bias. Of course, you might need intraday bias might help. And if you know how to get daily bias, I mean, that could also help as well for you to make decisions whether to hold the trade or cut it off loose beforehand. But so the first thing that we look for is for a low to get taken out. That's right here. This low was taken out with this candle here, right? This down candle. The second thing we wait for is for a candle to close above. If we took a low, we wait for the last down candle. We wait for another candle to close above it, which we have right here. On the third indicator for this strategy or entry would be for the next candle or any candle afterwards to come down and test this opening of the last candle. So I mean, our previous candle could have closed up even higher, etc. So even if it closes right here, as you guys could actually see on the MT4 screenshot, we actually had kind of a different data. We had the candle close even higher. Or actually, it closed as a bullish candle, but on TradingView, for some reason, it closed as a down candle. So I personally would give more attention to the what MT4 price action is telling me. That's why I entered here. You guys can see that it closed above the last down candle. I waited for another candle to come down and test the last down candle. It did. So once it started rejecting with this new candle, that's where I took the trade. I screenshot that trade and send it over to you guys as a signal. Okay, all trades that are taking with this account, I'm sending them over as a signal to the free Telegram group, which I'll leave the link in the description below. And also, I'm also going to be including from right the start from this video, I'm going to be including my Myfxbook, okay, my track record, which is verified. And that track record that I'm going to be sharing with you guys inside of the description of this video as well is going to show all the history from November till now with the trading plan, trading strategy, trading rules that I've been giving you guys throughout this 90-day disciplined trading strategy or challenge, sorry. So that's the trade. One of the trading rules for this month, okay, last month we were using a 10-point stop loss, but for this month we reduced it for a 5-point stop loss. Now again, the whole trading plan and the reason why we changed throughout each month the trading rules is all in the Telegram group. And if you ever need help in finding it, just let me know. You guys could send me a DM on my Instagram or just comment on this video and I'll try to get that for you if you can't find it. But so that's the trading strategy for the month of January, okay, the second month. And so this is where we entered. As you guys can see, price did head up higher. Gave me initially about a 3.5 point movement. Did not reach a 5 point, which that's where normally I would take partials, but it did not get there. And then trade started going back, and this is what I said before about Monday, right? I said Monday or the start of the week was going to be really consolidated. And if you guys look at Monday, okay, this is the 1-minute chart. So the movements, they could look big, but they're really not big. I mean, from the highest high to the lowest low is barely 24 points. So Monday starts right here. You guys can see how Monday just had a really tight consolidation. Tuesday started off the consolidation as well. And then on the PM session, it really had a rip through to the upside. Now, based on market structure and price action I was giving and based on my experience, I knew that Tuesday was going to have that upside on that day on the PM session. So that's why I took this buy entry. If I wouldn't have seen that in price action, I would not have taken this trade. But unfortunately, I did move my stop loss prematurely into break even once we actually had broken these highs right here. Okay, once we broke these highs here with this movement here, I placed my stop loss to break even. I should have left it where it is at, which I normally do, but the problem here is the price action that we were having from Monday to Tuesday. So I wanted to play it on the safe side. I did not want to risk my capital because of the trading conditions the market was currently at, but I was pretty sure about this this bias of for the rest of the day. But anyways, that was a break even. As you guys can see, break even. We broke even on the trade. I think I also mentioned it on Telegram. And that's pretty much where we took the highs. Stops to break even now, and yep, we got taken out. But as you guys can see, our trade would have actually panned out for a 2-to-1 and even more if you see what the market did on that day. But that was the only trade that we took. And then for Wednesday, I also show you guys information about like I try to show you guys a lot of examples through the Telegram. That way you guys could start noticing the strategy a lot better, but haven't really detailed it in a video. So that's why I'm doing this video. But as you guys can see on Telegram, if you don't understand it on this video, you could also use the information on the Telegram as well to understand it a little bit more. And you guys can see it's actually in trading plan month 2. And then I think I also pinned the month 1, so you guys can find it there without a problem. So as you guys can see, market has given us today a beautiful COD entry, which is my personal strategy, is the one that I just showed you. But yeah, I think I woke up. Yeah, I remember this. I woke up 3 minutes late, and I wasn't able to take that entry. And took a sell, but that sell was not able to send it to you guys on time because the trade moved too quickly. So I did not count that one as a trade that morning, which was at 11 a.m. New York time. And then at 1:38 New York time, okay, this is 12:38, which is my time, but New York time is 1:38. That is when I sent you guys this analysis right here. Okay, and said I was thinking or anticipating for the market to head up and hit this level as a resistance to continue down. I did not take that trade because the trade actually moved a lot lower, and I ended up taking the trade right there instead. As you guys can see, the stop loss was just a little bit above my entry. I did not believe that price would have gone back to the original entry of the first trade example I sent you guys, so I placed my stop loss just above it right there. Sell was there, sold 5 lots. And this entry here, if I take you to trading view, let's go to Wednesday. And I took an entry and also another re-entry in the same trade. Now, the entry was at 130, right there, 132, as you guys can see, that was the entry. And this trade strategy was actually the silver bullet strategy from ICT. It's the strategy I began this 90-day challenge with you guys because it was something I was doing for myself as well, beginning the 90-day challenge with ICT's silver bullet strategy, since it's a strategy I have never used before. So I wanted to do that with you guys as well. That way, in some way, it's new to me as well, since I have not used the strategy. Second month, I used my personal strategy. I showed you guys it. And then we'll be introducing the third strategy next week or next weekend. But yeah, so the silver bullet strategy, what this strategy talks about, and I believe I've also sent it to the Telegram on post there, but it's you can only take your trade between, if it's the PM session, you can only take it from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's why these forwards and onto lines are here. From 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And if it's only if a trade or the price action goes inside a fair value gap or an imbalance, which is this right here. So the actual silver bullet strategy would have been right about there. Okay, since it's 2 p.m. After 2 p.m. we come back inside of this fair value gap. So that's where the setup would have actually formed. But I think I forgot about that day about it being only at 2 p.m. and not actually after 1:30, which is our new schedule. So I took the trade right here. And as you guys can see, the trade panned out really, really great. And it came back up, took another entry right there, and came back down. Now, for this trade, I actually recorded this trade. So I'll try to upload the video either today or tomorrow of this exact trade, when I took the entry and when I took the re-entry, how I managed my trade. Because if you guys look at the Telegram, you guys can see here, this is where I took the trade initially, right? I told you guys it was a silver bullet entry and said I'll probably gonna do a full pull with 2-to-1, right? Because like we normally take partials at a 1-to-1, but everything was backing up this trade. Like every technical analysis, everything was really backing up this trade for the market to come crashing down. So I said I'm gonna do a full pull, and that's the reason I also re-entered, because I was entering along with the order flow at the moment. So I did mention, don't be premature in closing early. It's just a retracement. Let the market do what it's going to do. As you guys can see, we came down, and then that's where market came down here. Actually, I believe this is a 15-minute time frame, and we'll look at the 15-minute time frame right now for the 5-minute. But I told you guys that at 1 p.m. So that would be 2 p.m. Oh yeah, right here. So when price started going up from down here to up here, that's when I said, don't be scared. It's just retracement. Let the market do what it's going to do. That's why I did not move my stop at all for this trade. And if you would have moved the stop to break even, well, that's where you would have probably got taken out. But I closed 20% partials, and then I closed 40% partials as we ran this low. As you guys can see, original lot size was 5 lots, and then I ended up closing 3 lots, left only 2 lots. And I told you guys I'd be selling right now if the rules for the month would allow me stop loss to break even. And I did end up selling again, right? I ended up selling right here. That's when I told you guys about me wanting to sell. The reason I said I would be selling is because this month's trading plan does not let us do re-entries. That's until next month. So since we're only a week away, I said, well, what the hell? I'm just going to go ahead and do it so I can prove to you guys, we know how to trade and we know exactly what we're talking about. And that way you guys can see what can come up for next month in February, what type of trades you guys will be benefiting from. So that's where we took the re-entry, and you guys can see here the 5-minute time frame. We have the original entry here and the re-entry right there, which was also another silver bullet entry. So let's head up to the 5-minute time frame. And you guys can see right there, that's another imbalance on the 5-minute, and we entered right before 3 p.m. So that was that's the actual silver bullet entry for the PM session right there on the 5-minute time frame. That's where we entered. We only entered, once again, 3 lots, which was just entering the partials that we have taken out, right? See, I entered with the partials I took off. So that's pretty much what you want to do when you're trading. You do not want to like overload the trade with the re-entry with too much risk. But we just add in the partials that we entered, the normal 5-point stop loss, okay, which was also where our last trade was broken even. So instead of adding the 5 lot sizes, we only added 3 back on. And that still gave us a really handsome 22% for that day, actually. And you guys will see it in the description with my Forex, Myfxbook track record. So here it is on the M1 minute, how we entered, came down, re-entered on the silver bullet entry. And this is just me showing you guys the trade and letting you guys know that it's going to be recorded. And on Thursday, yeah, that was Wednesday. So Thursday, we took a sell entry. So this was at 9:39, so 10:39. Let's go to 1 minute. And I believe this trade was about a 1-to-1. So Thursday at 10:39 was the sell, right? So this was a silver bullet entry between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. This is for the AM session for this strategy. And you guys can see picture was exactly on this low, first, second candle after it. And we'll see here this low, first, second candle. So yeah, right there. That's where we took the entry. Pretty much where the imbalance is, a little bit lower. Our stop loss was originally 5 points, as always for this month. And our take profit was 5 points as well. So you guys can see here how we actually came all the way down and we took a 1-to-1 trade because I told you guys to close it out completely, right? Stop loss to break even and then closed out. That's where we closed the trade. And the reason I closed this trade was because we had taken out a low down here. You look at this low here. We had already came down here, came back up. That's where we entered, and then it came down once, twice, and 3 times, and it still was not wanting to break lower. So that's why I ended up closing the trade, and that's a good reason, or this is why that was a good decision, because you could see right after price actually started heading up the opposite way, and we would have actually turned out with a losing trade. So we were able to save this trade for a 1-to-1 and not hit stop loss. So it was a good day. It was a positive day. Throughout all the week, we only had a loss, and that was actually on Friday, which was the trade that I'm going to show you guys right now. So on this trade, the only reason we got stopped out was because we took the trade too early, and not in terms of time, but in market structure. It still had to do another movement lower before it actually started going higher for the trade. So let's go ahead. Oh yeah, on the Telegram as well. After on that Thursday, we closed out, and then I showed you guys another COD entry, which was a sell. Right, I send you guys charts and ask you that, or tell you that I see a beautiful COD entry but out of schedule, and ask you if you can see it. Send your chart if you do, right? So that way I could help you guys, be a little bit more active in the charts and actually trying to find these entries, kind of like homework. And that way you guys can study them a lot more and recognize it a lot faster. So yeah, that was the COD entry. As you guys can see, it was a sell, and one of you guys, which was Manuel, you guys did send the correct COD entry to the Telegram. So congrats to Manuel. And we have January 26th, which was the entry on Friday. As you guys can see, was at 1:32 p.m. 5-minute time frame. So let's go to Friday. Yeah, 5-minute time frame. And it was a buy, right? It was just as it came down. This is a COD entry once again. This is my personal entry, the month 2 entry type of strategy. So like you guys can see here, it came down, took out a low, then came right back up above the last up candle's body. And as I'm looking at the market right now, I think my entry actually should have been right here, because this is actually the last down candle. We closed above it here, and so the entry should have been right here. So let's take a look at that. Actually, I just noticed it because when I was doing Spanish recording for this week, I did not notice it until now. So the original trade that was sent out to the Telegram was this one right here, right? Go to a 5-point loss, stop loss, and 5 point is first partial. So I mean, at least we would have gotten, first partials. Then 10 points would have been full close. Okay, as you guys can see, we went into a 1-to-1, but did not reach the 2-to-1. And Actually, it did not even go too much in profits, as you guys can see here. Barely gave us a little bit of profits, and then it came all the way back down to our stop loss. But you guys can see that for the PM session, the rest of the day, that direction, the upward direction was correct. But let me just move this down here and let's see what would happen if I would have actually entered on this setup instead. Wow, that changes a lot, doesn't it? And I swear this is the first time I actually seen this. So this is what's good about journaling or reviewing your trades for the weekends. And this is something you guys should be doing as well for this 90-day challenge. I'm just doing it myself so you guys can see how the journaling throughout the week goes, right? We're not doing too much trading activity, as you guys can notice. The first month we were only doing 1 trade per day. The second month we were only doing 1 up to 2 trades per day. But so we're not doing too much trading, so that way we can also be able to journal our trades, because if we're not taking that much trades, that's not a lot of homework for journaling. But if we do a lot of trades, we're over trading, that becomes a problem because we can't even journal because there's so much trades that we took. We can't even remember what trades we took. And we do we could just review all of them in about 20 to 30 minutes. But here it is. This is where I was wrong, as you guys can see, or I don't know. Yeah, I put it on the wrong one actually. Yep, it would have been a stop loss actually. The entry would have been right there. So yeah, it would have been a stop loss. I was already getting ahead of myself. I mistook the entry for the low here that I marked. But yeah, it would have been a stop loss, but just a few pips lower would have saved us, and we would have still gotten a good reaction off of that trade. But unfortunately, we did not. It was the first loss throughout the whole week. We had a break-even trade. We had a 1-to-1 profit trade. And then we had another day where we had a trade and a re-entry with a really nice 2-to-1, 3-to-1. It actually gave us a full 4-to-1 with the original initial risk that we had on our trade. So 4-to-1 day, 1-to-1 day, break even, and then a loss. We came out positive for the week. A really nice week. And that is all. I'm actually going to be uploading a new video, hopefully by today, if not by tomorrow, where I show you the recording of that entry and re-entry as well. So with that said, that's going to be all for today, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys soon enough.